Are we ready to rumble, guys? We have the new event, the Cage Rumble in Etheria Restart. And oh boy, this is a true pain because we require to have 3 freaking teams ready to rumble. Now, I find it pretty hard myself. I am not a free-to-play player. I am I spend quite a bit, to be honest. And I still find it difficult because I do not have freaking 15 units ready to rumble in the Cage Rumble. But in today's video, we're going to do a guide on the new event, guys. We're going to talk a bit about strategies, what bosses we have, what teams we should use, and what should be the main priority. Before we get to that, we do have the Yali banner. I started recording a video. I got jack shit, pardon my French, and I'm not gonna upload it because it's really nothing interesting. I got a dupe Holden from the regular summons and nothing in here. Literally nothing. So I still have some time to try it, but hopefully you guys have been luckier and you managed to get the character that you were trying to get. Let's quickly head on to the Cage Rumble. So each one of these bosses will be locked, guys, okay? So the first one, Nikonana, will be unlocked. You need to score a specific amount of points in order to unlock Sharon. And in order to unlock Apare, we need to score 400 points in Sharon, okay? Which means that you could potentially roll over your main team to Sharon to ensure that you are unlocking Apare. That should be the main priority for all of us, because like that, we're going to be able to score in 3 different teams. Even if your second and third team are not the best, are not equipped properly, like as S tier, you should still be able to at least score some points in each one of them. Now, the actual rewards at the reward progress, they're not that great. You're really not getting a lot of it. Reaching triple S is pretty crazy. The train event was pretty difficult. I did not manage to hit triple S on it. I think the best I've done was S, actually. This seems much harder just because you need 3 different teams. Now, initially, I thought that maybe we can beat one boss, move on to the next one with a different team, but that is not the case, okay? The rewards for the Rumble quests are actually pretty good. If you manage to score 3,000 points. So you're getting 2 summons, you're getting lattice fragments, gems, and all the way to 3,000, you're going to be able to collect additional rewards. Now, my goal is to reach at least 1,500. My third team, as I've mentioned, is really not great. When we are talking about Nikonana, you want to have increased speed, decreased speed, you want to have a buff stripper, and as much damage as possible. You will require some support. When we're talking about Sharon, you need to bring in immunity. Kachi the God is going to be amazing in here. Once again, if it's possible to bring a buff stripper, that's going to be amazing as well. So you have Viper, you have Henrich, you have Holden. All 3 of them are amazing. If by any chance you have all 3 of them built, you are set. I do need to build my Viper. That will definitely help me quite a bit because he brings in a lot of important debuffs as well. You want to bring in a crowd control unit, so I'm going to use Kazuyo in here to sleep the petals, so they're not actually putting the dot damage on my team. And I'm going to try to use single target damage versus Sharon, so we do not wake them up. On Apare, you want to take as many turns as possible, guys, okay? The more turns you take, the faster you're going to drop that freaking debuff that the boss puts on you, and like this, the boss won't be able to eat your HP. Increased speed, decreased speed is going to be very, very important. The good thing is you don't necessarily need a buff stripper in here, but you do need a decreased speed unit. So we're going to see what we're using for the third team. I do not have a full plan just yet. If we are looking at the leaderboards, just to kind of like give you guys a few ideas, we have some people that managed to score S. Nobody managed to score SS just yet. These are the teams right here. A lot of Lilies, a lot of Klaus, of course, because she's really, really good. Tiamats, Freyas, right here as well. Chloros, Kachi the God, Yali, because why not? And Viper, Deering, Kazuyo. We have a lot of different things happening. So let's crack on with my run. You have 5 attempts. Now, these 5 attempts are not per boss individually. They're 5 attempts across the whole board. Let's see what we can do. So my first team is going to remove Deering, and I'm going to bring Messiah into this one. I want to have that decreased speed, so it's going to be a pretty good combo. Holden is going to 3 buffs. He's going to apply defense down. He's going to put decreased attack. He's going to drop the resistance. We have, of course, Rosa. That's going to put a decreased speed. We're going to get increased attack from Valerian. And we have Lily to help us with the increased speed and push in more damage. On the second team, we are definitely not running this. This was just chucking in some random units. So I'm going to run Deering in here. I am planning to run Heinrich. I am planning to run... Where is Kazuyo? Kachi the guard. And I'm not 100% sure if I should be running a healer or should I just run an increased attack. I'm really kind of like, what should I do? Now, the affinity is something to keep in mind. Using Linglong here is not going to be the best option. So most likely I will try to use Sanya. Now, I could use Freya instead. She could potentially be pretty helpful too. But we're going to give it a go as it is. And hopefully, I'm going to reach the 400 points scored in Sharon to unlock the other boss. Hopefully, Deering and Heinrich will be able to put enough damage. And then, if we are able to, we're going to do a team for the third boss as well. Now, this is, I would say, situational because each one of our accounts are unique. Each one of us have different units and stuff like that. So it will make a massive, massive difference. Now, we cannot manual. This is going to be done on auto. I would personally prefer to be able to buff my Rosa instead of Messiah, because the more turns she takes, the more decreased speed we have. Revelation is going to proc more often on her as well. But we're going to have to let it play as it is. So, very curious to see what sort of score we're going to get in here with Messiah. He should be bringing in good numbers too, right? I want to use Deering on Sharon just to don't remove the slumber from the petals, right? That's why I want to use single target. So they self-buffing here. They have the increased attack. They have the increased speed. So I'm hoping that Holden will come in with a clutch and strip the buffs, but maybe he doesn't have that available. No decreased defense from what I'm seeing, even though it appeared on the screen. It seems like the boss does not have it, which kind of sucks because if we bring in the defense down, we're going to score more damage. So it seems like this team performs much better than the previous one. Before I ran Deering instead of Messiah. And hell, I was not performing as well as this. But the thing is, I've just realized that my team performs on Sharon too. So that's why. And unfortunately, I cannot see what's happening on the second fight to see what sort of adjustments I need to make there in case if anything goes wrong. Because a lot of things can go wrong on the other run. But we're still looking pretty good. We have 300 points on the second team. I was getting excited for a second that my first team performed so freaking well, but that is not the case because it combines the points from both of them right on top of my big head. And it seems like my Deering is still alive there, so hopefully we're going to score the 400 points. I don't think I'm struggling much to stay alive, at least versus this boss. And that's, in a way, a good thing. They do not hit as hard as on Inferno stages, which is helpful. But it's still a pain in the A to get 15 units up and running. The only good thing is that this event is going to be on for 2 weeks. So we have some time to build a few additional units. But I really, really think that they lost a bit the plot with everything that they are throwing at us in terms of events. I feel like they're unlocking things like this way too freaking early. I know they're trying to keep the Krakens happy, to give them stuff to do in the game so they don't get bored and they spend more money. But they're just moving at a very rapid pace, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I just do not think we have enough units to get this done, at least on my account. And it's not an issue of having characters at level 45 at 5 stars. I think the main issue that I'm seeing is having shells, having 15 freaking shells up and running, having modules, leveled up modules for so many units. The Etheria coins, the silver, is just such a massive, massive issue in the game. And by the looks of it, my second team literally failed 16 points before I can unlock the other boss. What a slap in the face, dude. Seriously? What a slap in the face. 15 freaking points. 15! Jesus. Annihilation. 15 points before unlocking the other boss. My god. That really sucks. I mean, if I could reach 1,000 with this team, it would be nice. So it seems like I do need to make some adjustments on the second one. Maybe drop Kazuyo and just go in with Freya. Because if I have all of that immunity from Kachi the God, I should be fine, hopefully. But it seems like even though this boss does not hit as hard, Sharon absolutely took a dump on my team. So that is pretty nasty. Pretty damn nasty. Okay. I'm curious what rewards we're getting from here now. So we are at 1,000. We're now moving on to the 8th tier by the looks of it. Probably we need to get more stuff done in order for that to happen. But yeah, I think I need Freya, and that might enable me to score enough damage on the second one. All that work for 30k Etheria coins and 2 XP thingies, huh? Crazy. But we haven't unlocked the third boss. I need 400 points, you see? So it is pretty challenging. At least I got a freaking 15 fragments for the lattice. Give me that, baby. Give me that. So let's have a quick look at Freya. I think I need to put some gear on her, and I'm not sure exactly what shell to give her. Maybe I drop the artisan from her and give her the codex instead. So mount this. Go back to Lily. And give her the codex. Okay, she's not too fast, but that's fine. I still have some shield. I have pretty good support from that team. And I need to quickly put some gear on Freya here, right? Let's see. Effect accuracy. So Matrix. Let's go to Swift Rush. What do I even have left? You know? We have that one. We do have to get some defense. So I'm gonna see if I have another defense piece in here. What's that? Effect accuracy. Just so we generate a bigger shield. The shield will help us a bit versus that boss as well. And we are at... maybe I need a triple piece. Do I have a triple piece available? The problem is I do not have so much freaking gear leveled up, bro. Like, it's just crazy. Crazy. It's so expensive to level up gear. How the heck should I have so much, you know? You know what I mean? Probably you guys do, because you might be in the same situation. I could do this. And right now I'm at 12. Decent speed. So that will allow me to maybe get in another piece of Bramble. Get more defense on her like that. Of course, I do not have any leveled up. That's a bit of speed, a bit of speed. I really have no coins to level them up. 35k. Oof. Expensive, expensive. 35k too. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one as it is. I do not have enough effect accuracy, but hopefully I'm gonna land the debuffs though. So let's see if this will work better. Oh. Do I change any of the shells? So if I'm taking Kazuyo out, maybe change this one on him or keep the same one. Yeah, let's keep the same one. Let's keep the same one. So let's go back at it again. Hopefully this time around is going to work better. So Kazuyo out, Freya in. And now I could put in AoE damage in there. Then I won't have a buff stripper in versus that boss. I need to keep the healer. I'm gonna give it another go like this. Hopefully I'm gonna unlock it. If not, it's going to be annoying. But with the increased attack, it should get the job done. Because Deering is gonna hit harder. Heinrich is gonna hit harder. I do have the decreased speed in there from Kachi the God. I'm not even sure if it targets the boss. Oh, now we can swap. Before I was clicking and I was not swapping the fight. That's why I was saying, like, what the heck? Am I not able to see what's happening on the other fight? But now we can see. So I do not care about the first one. Let's check this one right here. So that immunity is spot on. A Ling Lu would be amazing to extend the duration of buffs, but I do not have that available. One thing that I'm supposed to do, man, is change the freaking shell on Kachi the God. I could have put in the Witch, the Halloween, to basically reset the cooldowns of skills. That would have been much, much better. But either way, as you guys can probably notice right now, this team is leading in terms of damage. So that could potentially give us much, much better damage overall. Stop dropping my freaking stuff in here and let me just clap you, Sharon. I hate this freaking boss. She's so damn annoying, man. Like, probably, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But she's extremely, extremely annoying. So I have the increased attack. Beautiful. Pop those numbers up. Much better damage now. Much, much better damage. So I'm supposed to do that from the beginning, though. I'm supposed to do that from the beginning. Now, hopefully, we're not going to get wrecked right here. That immunity is spot on. We have the increased defense. We do have increased defense from Freya, too. We are dispelling buffs, which is good. And yeah, we should be able to get 400. Now, this boss, I'm not sure if it's something in a skills passive, but it feels like the damage just increases every turn she takes. Probably I'm just dreaming about it. It's not happening. But every time I'm fighting the boss, I feel like I'm going in 5-10 minutes and it just gets crazier and crazier. Now, yes, the petals do evolve. The more dot damage they drop and detonation and stuff, the more they evolve. But when they evolve, they should do more stuff. But maybe the boss does more stuff as well, and maybe I've missed that part. Either way, we managed to reach the 400, so now we unlock the other boss as well. And we're still only halfway through it, which means that we might be able to push higher, you see? They freaking evolved now. Crowd control would be so good in here, but it's so hard to fear another crowd control in the team. Only if I'm dropping Sanya, maybe that could potentially be the right thing to do, but still not too sure about it. A Mio would be perfect in this team. Mia, sorry, not Mio. Mia. Mia would be perfect. Dispel the buff, then I could put somebody else instead of Heinrich. Give me some healing and stuff instead of Sanya, right? She could fill in 2 roles, and then I could drop Heinrich and bring in a different unit. I do not see this freaking Kachi the God putting the decreased speed on, though. Maybe I'm blind, but I do not see the decreased speed on the boss. Kachi, what are you doing? What are you doing, Kachi? Actually, I don't think you can apply the decreased speed versus this boss, because he's immune. She's immune to all debuffs, right? Yeah. My bad. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. That's why an increased speed would be perfect in here. Maybe a Mio could be good as well. Get a Thermeter. Try to freeze the side ads. The petals or whatever the heck they are. And have the increased speed. And strip the decreased speed from the boss. And that should allow you to rotate faster. Now, we are performing much better than before. Because we still have 40 seconds. We're alive in here. Maybe we just had bad RNG on the previous run or something. But the increased attack makes a massive difference. We reached the next tier, so we are at A. And now is all about having the next team perform somehow decent. So we're gonna see what we can do for that. We're gonna see what we can do for that boss too. So we lost Heinrich, which is fine. We do have a bit of a reviving here if we need it, but we only have 13 seconds left. We lost the reviver, forget about it. We ain't reviving shit. And everybody should be dead here. Okay, 600, 600. Let's just say decent. If I get 600 on the other. But reaching 3 freaking thousand on this, I think is crazy. I'm very curious to see if anyone will do it in 2 weeks. I feel like the main issue, as I've mentioned, shells and having so much good gear leveled up. Okay, so the third boss, you guys know the drill with this one. Petrify, blah, 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 the Joker mark, which is super annoying. Let's think. I only have one challenge attempt left. So I need to think good about this. Okay, I really need to think good about this. I'm probably going to move Messiah into that third team to deal damage. I do need to basically bring in another DPS, and that should be Hoyan. So we can do that. The shell is now maxed, unfortunately. It's only at level 30. Linglu, she is ready to rumble with a trashy shell at level 20. I still need 3 more units to go there. A decreased speed would be good. An increased speed would be good. Who should we freaking use in there? So we're gonna replace Messiah with Hoyan. Messiah is gonna go there as the main DPS with Linglu. I should probably take in Mio and Dinah. A Viper would be so freaking perfect right now, guys. So perfect. Mio, Marvel, Dinah. Right, I sorted my third team out, guys. It really doesn't look great. But right now, I'm going to be able to show you all of the builds that I'm going to have on them. So while we are doing our final attempt. So what I've said that I'm going to do from the first team, we'll take him out. We bring Hoyan in there. And we're going to leave the second team intact as it is. And on the third team, we're going to use Messiah. We're going to use Linglu. We're going to use Dinah. We're going to use Marvel. And we're going to use Tsukio Mi. Okay? That's what I have available. This is my third team. Now, my shells for the third team are weak AF. Okay, so this is her. Really bad build, but I mean, this is still decent compared to what you're about to see in a second. The shell is level 34, which is still pretty good. Then Marvel does have a max shell, which is really helpful for him. We have Dinah with a level 9 shell. So not very, very good. Probably the damage dealer is going to move in front because of the Tsukiyomi buff. Linglu, she's somehow decent. Only a level 20 shell, but that's fine. And then Messiah has the exact same build as he had before. He's not skilled, so I'm hoping that he's going to be able to push in some serious damage. Now, we've seen the first and second fight. Let's have a look at the third fight now and see how challenging that boss is. Do they increase based off difficulty? I mean, their difficulty is going to increase based off their ranking. First boss easier, second harder, third even harder, which is the Appare. Very, very curious to see how this will play out. I am hoping that this team will somehow survive. Thankfully, Tsukiyomi does decreases the cooldowns of all of the skills, including shells. So that could potentially be pretty helpful to enable us to move faster. Now we have a cleanse in here. to cleanse that decreased speed. But as you guys can probably notice, we are already underperforming compared to the other teams. Like, we're really not doing that that great. So we need to keep up that increased speed. We need to keep the decreased speed on the boss as often as possible. And if freaking Ling Lu could put that immunity and cleanse, would be amazing. That would be amazing as well. So I'm hoping to reach at least 1,500. At least 1,500. I think that's required for the next tier. Or maybe I need to do more than that. Not 100% sure, actually. What is my Sharon team doing? I was going to say, have they stopped? They're not really doing much there. Okay, so we have the increased attack. We have the increased speed. Come on, Marvel. Put that increased speed on the boss. Or drop a bit of thermometer. We need to apply that defense down, Dinah. Stop slacking. But you see, whenever this boss attacks us, and we have that Joker mask on, or mark, whatever the heck it's called, is basically lowering our HP. So then we cannot heal more than our current HP. At the moment, thankfully, he only did it to Dinah, while the rest are still okay. But slowly, it will start doing it to all of them. And I need to really skill my Ling Lu. The first and the third skill is just so important on her. I feel like that should be the next thing that I'm working on. Ignore everything else. Even though I really want to skill Messiah as well, I feel like Ling Lu is way more important just to be able to carry me through content. But look how hard it is to make 3 different teams, man. I feel like some people might not be struggling. You might have extra shells. I feel like I've wasted a lot of shell XP trying to get somehow decent passives on them. I was not even aiming for the mythical ones, just to get at least epic or legendaries. But I've been so unlucky with rerolling the passives on most of the shells that it just literally destroyed all of my XP. And basically days of farming shells, all the XP went to hell, basically, you know. Can we reach 400 with this team log? Like, we should have decent damage. We have the debuffs that we need. It just feels like we are struggling a bit with the clans. If my characters would be faster in here, that would be much better. But of course, unfortunately, that is not the case. And it feels like Ling Lu barely heals. Feels like she barely heals. Or they're just taking too many turns, even though they have the decreased speed, and even though I have the increased speed. Which is pretty odd as well. You see, all of my HP is being dropped right now. You can see it with a red mark. We cannot heal more than that. So we're going to get at a point where the boss is just going to literally one-shot us. Let's see what's the other team doing. Okay, dead. Sharon is dead before the end. It died pretty damn quick, so this is not going to take me to 1,500 no matter what I'm doing. So we had bad luck on Sharon. That sucks. Come on, let's go back to Apare. We're still alive, but that decreased speed on the damage dealer as well, and on all the team, it really sucks. And not being able to cleanse it consistently enough. That's what I'm using. Let me know in the comments down below, what are you guys using? If I would have a Claws in here instead of Dinah, and then I could drop Marvel and bring in a different unit instead, maybe a Doki or something else, it could work amazing. Or even another damage dealer. Maybe bring in, I don't know, Leon if you have her built, or somebody else. Anyone else. Green Affinity especially, that will work even better, because we are going versus magic, right? So, Rahu potentially could be nice. Even Hoyan could be nice in here and put somebody else in the first team versus Nikonana. I'm very close to that 1,500. Can we please hit it? Can we get... Come on, man. Anybody doing damage in here? No. Damn, that was close. That was close. It feels bad that we had bad luck on Sharon, though. Like, we really had bad luck on Sharon. It could have been so much better there. But, yeah. Having a few extra characters and mainly having good gear leveled up, that's something that I do not have enough of. And the shells, that will definitely enable you to score much higher and get eventually these rewards from here. Look, I'm 23 points away from getting the Apex prototype. Now, the big problem is that I need to save these freaking builds to have them ready for tomorrow and for the day after, and slowly upgrade them in the next 2 weeks. If not, I don't want to constantly rebuild characters. So my presets are going to have a freaking list like this of trash in there right now. Either way, let me know what you guys think about the Cage Rumble. I think it's a bit too early. I think it's too difficult for 99% of the player base. But it seems like they want to keep their Mega Krakens engaged. And that's why we have this game mode as early as it is. Much love. Appreciate all of you guys watching. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.